Utah powerhouse. 17-time state champion. With room for an 18th banner. The second most decorated volleyball program in state history. A school with long tradition and legacy. A tradition and legacy of success and championships. The Lady Rebels now take the court carrying that legacy proudly. This is Rich Volleyball. And now, here is your voice of the Rich High Rebels, Cody Olson.
Welcome, Rich Rebel fans, to another edition of Rich Volleyball. Tonight we are in Randolph, Utah, as the Lady Rebels will be taking on the Lyman Eagles. What a game we are set up for. It should be a doozy, incredibly exciting. We're out here in heaven on earth, Randolph, Utah, as the Rich Lady Rebels look to right the ship after dropping probably the volleyball match of the year against ICS on Saturday. What an amazing game that was, just on the opposite side of the winning column. We're out here taking on the Lyman Eagles. If you don't like my voice, go ahead and swap on over, as Colin Holt, voice of the Valley, is also covering this game out here in Randolph on 98.3 The Wildlife, with video coverage online at mylocalradio.com. Let's go ahead and dive into our pregame show, which is brought to you by the town of Randolph, home of the Rich Rebels. Good luck from Mayor Lynn West and board members Sim Bell, Brian Wires, Larry Kennedy, Melanie Lamb, and clerk Lana Peart. We're going to hear from them, and then we'll set the scene for tonight's game. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on 98.3 The Wildlife, with coverage online at mylocalradio.com.
Randolph, Utah is a town of extremes. At an elevation of almost 6,300 feet and with temperatures over 90 in the summer and often 40 below in the winter, the folks who call Randolph home have to be a hardy crew. Maybe that's one reason the simple things in life mean so much to Rich County. Residents value hard work, education, respect, a love for God, family, and country, and being a good neighbor. Mayor Lynn Weston and the town board proudly support the Rich Rebels and hope you'll be able to visit soon and come back often.
Atlas Home Care and Hospice provides skilled nursing and physical therapy services in your home in Rich County. In-home service providers include Natalie Cornea, Kylie Argyle, Brady Stokes, and Bradley Holmes. Call Atlas Home Care and Hospice today.
Welcome back to the Town of Randolph pregame show. I'm the voice of the Rich High Rebels, Cody Olson. I will be your guide tonight in what should be a great matchup between the Lady Rebels of Randolph and the Lyman Eagles. Let's talk a little bit about today's scene set, as the Rich Lady Rebels 9-6 on the season, coming off that loss to ICS, but had some great wins against Altamont, Tabiona, and Mount Vernon earlier. It's going to be a fantastic game, as Lyman is 22-2 on the season. They have been fantastic. Keep an eye out for Dickerson as well as Hansen. We'll touch up on those two and what they've done for this program. Serve is probably about 20 to 15 minutes away. We'll dip through all of this stuff as we talk a little bit more about the scene set, which is brought to you by Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau. Bear Lake, Utah, and Idaho, please plan your family fun vacation. Visit bearlake.org. When we come back, we'll dive a little bit more into these two teams, but first we'll hear from Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau, as this has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on 98.3 The Wildlife, with coverage online at mylocalradio.com.
When you think about Bear Lake, think family, fun, fishing, beaches, boats, green, and great food. Think water, wildlife, trails, and shakes, snow, scenery, and sun. Think summer. Go to bearlake.org and plan your visit today. Visit Scenic Idaho.
We welcome you back to the Scene Set and the pregame show. This pregame show brought to you by the town of Randolph, and now we're getting close to the coaches show brought to you by Stacy's Repair. But first, let's touch up on these two teams, shall we? First off, Rich with a valiant effort against ICS last Saturday. They have been bumped back down to 5th in the RPI, coming off that fresh loss in what many consider to be the volleyball match of the year against ICS. Newly ranked number 5 in the RPI rankings, Rich will be taking on Wyoming powerhouse Lyman at Rich High School. These two teams met not that long ago, a couple weeks ago in Lyman, where Rich was upended 3-0 without their head coach, Wendy Lamborn. As part of our Laketown Ledger segment, we'll dive into that matchup that happened a couple weeks ago, as we saw dominance on the tape by Dickerson and Hansen against Rich. The Rich Rebels hope to find the much-needed groove to propel them into the volleyball playoff form they're looking for on the last day of September. How's this stat for you? Dickerson and Hansen have combined for 400 kills on the season. Yeah, that's 4 with 2 zeros after it. That's pretty impressive. Rich, on the other hand, fantastic in their own right. But as I like to talk about Rich, I talk about a death by a million cuts. There's 1,000 great things that Rich does, and each senior on the team has great talent. And Coach Wendy Lamborn has talked a little bit about getting those girls to work together and play to their strengths, as the Lady Rebels tonight have their hands full but are in no down spirits. They come off a volleyball match of the year against ICS, which I am willing to bet will be your state championship match later on in the year. Mark that down. Call Vegas. Call Wendover. They're going to welcome another round of tough scheduling this week, as first we have Lyman tonight. We're getting close to it. Getting the girls to work together, super important for Coach Lamborn. Currently, the Rich Rebels have the number 5th ranked kill leader in 1A with Annie Peart at 146 kills. Let's not forget the middle setter, Taylor McKee, who is 2nd in 1A currently with close to 400 assists on the season. That was the Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau scene set. Now we're going to go and transition, and we'll hear from Coach Wendy Lamborn. We'll hear from Coach Brescia Hansen as we get ready for the Stacy's Repair in Woodruff coaches show. We'll take a step aside, as this has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on 98.3 The Wildlife, with coverage online at mylocalradio.com.
Whatever takes you to Evanston, whether it's high school sports, a teaching conference, music festivals, speech and debate, or your job, always book your hotel reservations at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. With 165 ground-level rooms on 10 acres, the Best Western offers everything you need, including newly renovated rooms, a business office, workout room, outdoor pool, and full-service restaurant, plus complimentary breakfast with every stay. Whenever you're in Evanston, make your hotel reservations with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn.
You rely on your vehicle every day. Make sure your ride gets the best service, repairs, and maintenance possible. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff provides the highest quality, the latest technology, and the newest equipment to give your vehicle the absolute best auto care available. Family owned and operated since 1992, your friends at Stacy's Repair promise to always deliver value and outstanding, honest, and knowledgeable service, regardless of repair size or difficulty. Stacy's Repair, the ones who truly care.
They say the 3 most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own Fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Rebels! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans. We're getting ready for the Coaches Show, brought to you by Stacy's Repair. When you need a repair, take it to the ones who truly care. Let's hear from Stacy's Repair before we get into our Coaches Show on 98.3 The Wildlife.
You rely on your vehicle every day. Make sure your ride gets the best service, repairs, and maintenance possible. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff provides the highest quality, the latest technology, and the newest equipment to give your vehicle the absolute best auto care available. Family owned and operated since 1992, your friends at Stacy's Repair promise to always deliver value and outstanding, honest, and knowledgeable service, regardless of repair size or difficulty. Stacy's Repair, the ones who truly care.
Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans. Let's go ahead and hear from Coach Brescia Hansen of Lyman, and we'll dig a little bit more into this Coach's Show. Coach Hansen.
Lyman Volleyball has a big Cross Valley showdown against Mountain View this weekend, and we're joined now by Lyman coach Brescia Hansen. And Coach, first of all, let's start with this. You played Cokeville last week. What did you think of your team?
Yeah, that was our only match last week, and it was nice to just have one. We've been playing so many, and it was nice to just have one. I thought that's maybe the best my team has played from start to finish for the whole year. We didn't really have a letdown during the match. We served well, passed well. All our numbers statistically came out that we performed great, and that resulted in that big win.
So Rich is first on your schedule. You go to Rich, Utah in Randolph. That game, you've played them once before. What are you looking for from your team out of that one?
Yeah, Rich is a team that's a lot like Cokeville. They're always going to serve tough. They're always going to be able to pass, and the ball's always coming back. They're a lot like Cokeville in that respect, that they can always do those things and do them well. And so I think when you play a team like that, you have to meet them and do all those things well yourself. It doesn't matter if you have big hitters or anything like that. It matters if you can do those things well. And so I expect my team to do all of those things, which we did against Cokeville. So hopefully we can do that again against Rich.
So you've played them once before. Does that factor into your preparation to play them? Or since they're an out-of-state non-conference opponent, will you not be worrying about what they did last time?
Yeah, I have a whole scouting situation going on. We're like, where do they start? How can our matchups, how can we optimize our players against their players? And yeah, we're going to go into that game looking to try to win, but there's a whole lot less pressure and emotions that go into a non-conference out-of-state match for sure.
Speaking of pressure and emotions, the Cross Valley rivalry on Friday night, are you guys excited for that one?
Yeah, my girls are always excited.
We'd love to hear a little bit more about the Cross Valley rivalry, but I want to talk about the Rich Rebels a little bit first. Coach Brescia Hansen, thank you so much for coming on and talking to us a little bit about the matchup with Rich tonight. And we'll go ahead and take a step aside. We'll hear from Stacy's Repair, a couple more of our boosters. Special thanks to Walmart. Special thanks to Precision Family Dental, Comprehensive Family Dental. And we'll also thank Atlas Home Care and Hospice. This has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on 98.3 The Wildlife, with coverage on mylocalradio.com.
Time flies, especially when you're having fun. This is Jeremy Rex, manager at T-Bar S in Evanston. It's hard to believe that we've been here almost a year with our new management team and staff. Did you know that you can have your vehicle detailed, your windshield replaced, chip repair done, or get your trailer refinished or rewired at T-Bar S? Of course, we are a full-service collision repair shop, too. You can even change your oil and your brakes. Visit T-Bar S today. Let T-Bar fix your car. 515 County Road, Evanston.
Evanston Regional Hospital is an affiliate of the University of Utah Health. Our partnership builds on a long tradition of collaboration between Evanston Regional Hospital and University of Utah Health. Inside these doors, our dedicated staff is committed to being your caring partner in your healthcare journey. Whether you need an MRI or surgery, are expecting a new baby, or you're having a heart attack, Evanston Regional Hospital is here to help. Evanston Regional Hospital. Healing begins here.
In the state where life is elevated, live your life in a higher gear. Cash Honda Yamaha can help you enjoy our beautiful local terrain, whether it's in the valleys, mountains, snow, or water. So get out and enjoy all nature has to offer at a higher speed. Visit Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley to start living your life at your new speed. Visit us in Hyde Park, just north of Logan, Utah.
Signage is a critical part of your business.
Joined here with Coach Wendy Lamborn here on the Coaches Show. Coach Lamborn, we had an incredible bunch of volleyball the last couple days. One went the right way, one didn't go the right way. How is the team feeling overall?
You know, they really wanted to beat ICS, of course, but we finally are clicking, and we feel like we played a really good match. So just a few things that we got to work on, and I think we're good. I think they're in good spirits.
I think they're in good spirits. It was a fun game and really exciting. It seems as though that the substitutions and the rotation are really set and that you're really getting the groove. How do you feel about that kind of setup that you have going on right now?
You know, I think that you have to get to a point in your season where you start being able to know who's on the floor and the chemistry is good and whatever. And it took us a minute to get there to see who was going to fit in the best positions. But I think that we finally got that, and we just have a lot of good matches coming up. And we'll just keep improving and hopefully start peaking. And peaking at states when you want to be peaking. So we're good.
Coach, those two games, what did you like about those two matches? What did you see in terms of positives that you really saw going in the right direction?
I feel like all the girls are on board with the plan, and I feel like they're working hard. We really needed to work on our hitting this week, and I saw a huge improvement with our hitting and our power hitting. We are not very strong hitters, and we really worked on that. I feel like we did. That was a big improvement this weekend that I was super happy about.
How was that implemented in practice last week?
You know, we spent a lot of time in hitting lines and a lot of trying.
We're going to welcome you back now as the starting lineup is up and around. We're going to be hearing this as Lutz Construction, Excavation and Landscape, Premier Commercial and Residential Excavation and Landscaping. We dig Bear Lake as the Lady Rebels are getting introduced. Darlene Peterson up for the Lady Rebels and starting tonight. Violet Taylor also getting the start tonight. Lady Rebels incredibly excited. They're throwing everything into the fans section. Bunch of candy. I think that's Trey Walker. He's stoked. He's stoked. This has been the Lutz Construction brought to you by the starting lineup brought to you by Lutz Construction. We dig Bear Lake. Find them at diglutzconstruction.com. The Laketown Ledger really quickly. We'll dive into that. Brought to you by the town of Laketown. Mayor Burdette Weston, council members Dallas Clark, Gary Ogilvie, Eldon Robinson, Delora Wright, and clerk Amber Drosbeck. Met a couple weeks ago on September 9th. A 3-0 victory for the Eagles. Bryce Hansen with multiple kills in the match, 12. And then Rich without Coach Lamborn due to illness. We have an update a little bit on our construction, our starting lineup. I don't know why I keep saying that. The starting lineup, setter Taylor McKee, just a little bit banged up, and she's going to be taking a little bit of time off tonight. Our judge here, getting everything set up, making sure that everything is A-OK. We'd like to thank the town of Laketown for supporting the Laketown Ledger, supporting student success. Good luck today to the Rebels from the mayor and town council. I'm sure that he wishes them good luck because he's sitting on the bench with them right now. We're getting excited, getting incredibly stoked to have everyone out here. Lindsay Tucker is currently back for the Lyman Eagles to serve. And you are in for quite a treat tonight, as this volleyball match will be everything what it's cracked up to be. If you don't like my voice, head on over to my local radio and hear it from the voice of Colin Holt. Here comes service from Lindsay Tucker, up and over, fielded there by Violet Tabor on the back line. Kept in line by Brett Lamborn and then cleared over by Hatch. Here's Tucker, back over, and a fake to Dickerson, kept alive as the ball goes close to the action. Out of bounds off of the forearms of Lamborn. That's a kill for Charles E. Rose. Here's Tucker again. They're up 1-0. Service taken by Taylor again. Here comes Rich on the attack. Dixie Huffaker with an absolute monster kill, finding the back left corner. We are tied 1-1. Great to see her back in action, as she was a little quiet against ICS, and now she makes her presence known here in the first set. This first set brought to you by Auto Farm Chevrolet, serving Rich County residents for generations. Here comes Rich after a back and forth. The libero, Heaton, will take it up for Lyman. Here comes the service, a clearance back over. Charles E. Rose to Dickerson. Dickerson puts it into the arms of Huffaker and Peterson. Kept up in the air, and it will be cleared over by Huffaker. To the back line to Hansen. Rose. High and outside to the left, and that will be down for Sage Bradshaw. 2-1, your reading as Lyman takes the early lead. Back to serve Caroline Bradshaw. Bradshaw sends it over to Lamborn, and it will go off of her forearms, hit the top of the roof, but be kept in. Huffaker sends that one back over to the back right line. Bradshaw to Dickerson in the middle, sent back by Huffaker and Peterson. What a great epic recreation block that was, and here comes an attack from Rich, just over the net by Lamborn. Bradshaw sending it to her teammate, high and outside to the left, but here comes Rich again. Peterson out and to the left. It was a good angle, just not inbounds. 3-1, your reading. Bradshaw sends it on over to Peart. Peart fields it at the 10-foot line, and Hatch sends it to Huffaker. Huffaker, it will be tipped, I thought. And even though I try and make my best impression of the judge, it's not going to do anything. 1-4, your reading. Bradshaw sends it over to Peart again at the 10-foot line. Hatch in the middle for Peterson. Peterson will hit the back right corner. Great placement by Peterson. She'll get her first kill of the match. 2-4 is your reading on the Station on Main scoreboard. If I did not tell you, I will tell you now, as these opening serves are brought to you by Pam Cornea with Down and Country. Here we go. Into the net will be called on Lyman, as we are now 3-2. Pam Cornea with Town and Country Realty. Here's Lamborn, up and over. Out the back line, too strong for Lamborn. That's a service error. Now back to serve Sage Bradshaw for Lyman. Lyman sends it on over to Peart at the 10-foot line. In the middle, Hatch sets it up, back set for Peterson. Off of the fingertips of Dickerson. Here comes Bryce Hansen out on the left. An attempt at a dig right past the 10-foot line by Peart will go unsuccessful. Bryce Hansen will get her first kill of the match. Back to serve, Sage Bradshaw. Jumping serve, sending it over to Violet Taylor this time. It will be fielded 10-foot line and then slapped over by Peterson. I thought there would be double touches there, as Hansen and Dickerson both touch it a couple times at the net, but then slap it over. It'll be too far to the left. Here we go, 4-6, your reading. Substitution as Huffaker comes out and Smith will come in. This is a substitution that we've seen that Coach Lamborn talked about. It's just kind of getting that tighter rotation, knowing your purpose on this team, as Smith sends it over. Here comes Bryce Hansen. Out. And the attack high and outside to the left will go out the back line. 5-6, your reading here in Randolph. Your Rich Rebels down 1 point. Smith sends it over there to Bradshaw. And then Bryce Hansen will slap from the 10-foot line. And great placement there, as it will go right in front of Lamborn. Hansen with 2 kills in the set so far. Kendall Dickerson. Service taken by Taylor. Near the tape, here's Hatch setting up Peart right in the middle on the Rebel logo. Great battle there. Here's Bradshaw trying to find the back left corner. It will be taken by Lamborn. Hatch in the middle for Peart over the back line and kept alive by Lyman. Great work. Here comes a attack from Peterson. There we go. And we have such great energy, as an attempted save by Caroline Bradshaw will go into the antenna. And now we're at 6-7. Darlene Peterson sends that one over. It will be counted as a Bear Lake Realty kill. Here comes Rich as Peart puts a laser beam right into the libero of Lyman. Here we go. It needs to be cleared over by Rich, this time to Bradshaw. To other Bradshaw, and here comes Hansen high and outside to the left. Splits Mackenzie Smith and Brittany Lamborn on the back line, and she finds her mark. She has 3 kills on the night so far, Bryce Hansen. 6-8 your reading. Here comes Bradshaw. Sends it over, taken by Lamborn. Here's Hatch in the middle. Setting up Peart. Here comes an attack from Bradshaw from Lyman. It won't be touched by anybody, and it will sail out the back line, 6-8. Grohl attempting to come in for a substitution, and it will be called. Out comes Ambria Lutz. In comes Grohl. Violet Taylor back to serve for Rich. It will be sent to the libero of Lyman and then slapped over by Bradshaw. Violet Taylor with a great dig. Hatch to Lamborn. Lamborn sends it up and over, and it will hit the back line and in. What a great move by Lamborn as we are tied 8-8. And she gets her first kill, by my count, of the night. Violet Taylor, the sophomore, back to serve. Service taken by the libero of Lyman, close to the tape, and great work and a Crawford Trough ace by Violet Taylor. 9-8. Here comes Lyman with the attack. Bryce Hansen in the middle. Grohl, and then Smith. Not fast enough. Hansen with another kill. That's 4 for her. I'm going to run out of space on my board. Here she is to serve. Up and over. Taken by Smith at the 10-foot line in the middle. Hatch will backset there to Peart. Peart just a little too far outside as Hatch is playing a position that she hasn't really played a whole lot this year. As Taylor McKee is out, 10-9. Bryce Hansen sends it over to Taylor. Taylor on the back left corner kept alive and cleared over by Smith. Smith to Hansen. Bradshaw. Bradshaw to Tucker. Tucker puts it in the middle, kept alive by Grohl. Grohl, and then Hatch to the 10-foot line, sends it back over to Heaton of Lyman. High and outside to the left for Bradshaw, kept alive, and Peart gets the rebound and sends it to the back right corner. Wow. It's exhilarating. I like it. Bear Lake Realty kill for Annie Peart. I think that's her first official one, unless I'm missing something. Here's Peart to serve. 10-10 is your rating. Here comes Bradshaw. Bradshaw sends it over to Peart. 10-foot line. Hatch will put it up for Lamborn. Lamborn, great placement up over the front row and then past the 10-foot line and down. Lamborn, 2 kills. Peart back to serve. Jumping serve, crossed and just above the tape. Hansen kept alive and sent over there to Bradshaw. Bradshaw gets a kill of her own as she gets it up and over the tape. Sage with 2 on the night. Back to serve, Lindsay Tucker of Lyman. Lyman sends that one over to Lamborn at the 10-foot line. Hatch in the middle here for Huffaker. Huffaker sends it right at Hansen on the back line of Lyman, but kept alive. Back and forth. Peart this time to Hatch. Hatch over to Lamborn, high and outside, and the exact same placement will find its mark again over the front row and near the free throw line of the basketball court. 12-11, your reading so far. What a great work by the student section over there. Here's Hatch, up 1 here in the first set. Hatch, who is normally lights out from serving line, puts it out the back line and out of bounds. Here comes Caroline Bradshaw. Dug up there by Violet Taylor at the 10-foot line on the left, and then back to the left, Darlene Peterson sends a laser beam over, but it will be met by Dickerson. Kept alive, and a lift will be called on Huffaker. She just tried to do her very best as that ball was coming off of a ricochet from the back line of Rich. Kendall Dickerson. Here we go, Bradshaw sends it over. Here's Hatch in the middle, setting up Peterson high and outside to the left. It will be met with a block. Here comes Dickerson. Dickerson to Lamborn on the left, and she'll get it again. Lamborn off of the fingertips of Dickerson and out of bounds to the left. Great work. Lamborn on fire tonight. 4 Bear Lake Realty kills for her at this point. And she's back to serve. 13-13, great matchup so far if you're just joining us here on the Wildlife or on mylocalradio.com. And the bread and butter play and a setup outside high and to the left for Dickerson finds its mark. 2 for her so far. Back to serve, Sage Bradshaw. They're up 1 so far in the first set, brought to you by Auto Farm Chevrolet. Peart serves it, and it's going to be really close into the net, but it'll be kept alive in great Town of Woodruff dig by Huffaker. Huffaker sends that one alive, and we got bodies everywhere, and not enough as Huffaker just puts it under the net after we have at least 4 girls on the back line near the cheerleaders back there on the ground trying to chase that one down. 13-15, Bradshaw sends it over out the back line. 14-15. Substitution, Huffaker out, Smith in. And Smith doing the serving duties right there. Finds herself on the block, sends it over the front, the top of the tape. Here comes Hansen, high and outside to the left, met with a block. Kept alive, no, and down. Hansen got her own, after the block, got it back onto her side and then sent it over, and then just a little bit confuzzled. The ball will fall onto the Rich side, 14-16. Dickerson sends it over to Lamborn near the back line. Hatch back set there for Peart. Peart sends it over to Bradshaw, really close to the tape, up and over. Wow, great work as Caroline Bradshaw uses a punch to get it up and over the tape. Great place for us to take a break. It is 17-14 advantage Lyman. Let's take a break here as this has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on 98.3 The Wildlife with video coverage online at mylocalradio.com. As I say that, let's dip now into the Bear Lake Realty fan cam. Your new home in Bear Lake is one phone call away, 435-946-8888. There's the student section that we've come to love so very much. They're out here supporting their girls take on the Lyman Eagles. If you want to be seen on the Bear Lake Realty fan cam, sit across from me at the games. Pretty easy. 435-946-8888. What an exciting matchup we have so far as we're going to dip now back into live coverage. The Lyman Eagles up 17-14. Bryce Hansen 1 kill away from 5 kills in the first set. Dickerson will be back to serve for Lyman. Here she comes, jumping serve up and over, taken at the 10-foot line by Lamborn, off of her forearms kind of awkwardly, but then cleared over by Hatch. Bradshaw to her sister, I believe, as Bradshaw sends it again in the back right corner. Correction, that is Bryce Hansen with the kill. Here comes Dickerson again, 18-14. Off of the forearms of Mackenzie Smith and out of bounds. 19-14, your reading on the Station on Main scoreboard with Lyman up 5. Dickerson sends it over to Lamborn. I don't know what Dickerson is doing, but she is killing it. She's had 2 aces in a row. Off of the forearms of Lamborn on the back line and out to the right, out of bounds. Here's Dickerson again. Knuckleball. This time Violet Taylor will keep it alive, and it needs to be slapped over and cleared by Taylor, which she does. Bradshaw to Bradshaw, and outside to the left for Hansen. Hansen has that dug up by Lamborn on the back line. Left side attack by Taylor. Bradshaw back set there for Charles E. Rose. Rose, here's Hatch setting up Peart in the middle. That's a great placement and something we've come to see. Back left corner for Annie Peart. Bear Lake Realty kill. 15-20, stops the run. Here's Hatch back to serve. Rose to Bradshaw, and then Hansen in the middle Taken by Smith at the 10-foot line. Set up in the middle for Peart. Peart puts a laser beam right at Bradshaw, but it'll be high up in the air and then cleared over by Hansen. Hansen, that time it's dug up by Lamborn. This time Hatch outside and to the left. Kept alive after the initial block. And it's going to fall in between Lamborn and Hatch. 21-15. We'll get a T7 propane in Woodruff timeout from Coach Lamborn as we'll take a break ourselves here in the first set, brought to you by Auto Farm Chevrolet. This has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on 98.3 The Wildlife, with video coverage online at mylocalradio.com.
In the state where life is elevated, live your life in a higher gear. Cash Honda Yamaha can help you enjoy our beautiful local terrain, whether it's in the valleys, mountains, snow, or water. So get out and enjoy all nature has to offer at a higher speed. Visit Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley to start living your life at your new speed. Visit us in Hyde Park, just north of Logan, Utah.
Atlas Home Health and Hospice provides skilled nursing and physical therapy services in your home in Rich County. In-home service providers include Natalie Cornea, Kyle Argyle, Bradley Stokes, and Bradley Holmes. Call today for more information.
Back here to live coverage, 15-21. Here comes Lyman with service. Back there, Charles E. Rose. Rose sends a laser beam up and over, and it will be in bounds. They're going to go up 22-15. Charles E. Rose with an ace. Good time for the Lady Rebels to fight back here, see what they can do. Rose again, up and over, and a service error into the net. That's the break that Rich so desperately needed. Lutz will come out, and here comes Grohl. Violet Taylor, the sophomore, up and serves. Taken by the libero off of her forearms. Knuckleball, great work by Violet Taylor. She has 2 aces on the night. And we are at 17-22. Good to see some underclassmen coming in and doing some mad work. This time, Bryce Hansen. Wow, 2 in a row. Hot diggity daffodil. We are seeing some great work from Violet Taylor for 2 aces in a row. Here she comes, maybe a third time. Lob taken well by Rose. Bradshaw, dump set. Great work. She catches Grohl off guard. And we're going to be at 23-18, down 5 here in the first set, brought to you by Auto Farm Chevrolet. Back to serve Bryce Hansen. Hansen sends it up and over. Dug up by Smith. It needs to be a great big clearance, and it will hit the top of the roof. If we were playing in an outdoor stadium, would have been up and over, but this time not so much. 24-18, and a set point coming up for Bryce Hansen. Hansen sends it up and over. Smith this time will take Hatch. Back set there for Peart. Peart touches it up and over, taken by the libero. Should have been out of bounds, but not. Hansen slaps over. Attacks the sophomore on the back line for Rich. Here's Lamborn with an attack. Woo! That's 5 for Lamborn. It will go into the arms of Tucker and Bradshaw and down onto the Lyman side. And Rich will live to see another day here in the first set. And the one you would like to have is out serving, and I jinxed her. And Annie Peart puts it into the net, and that will end the first set. It will be 19-25. At first set, Brittany Lamborn with 5 kills, matching Bryce Hansen's 5 kills. As we get ready here for the second set, Lyman will take the first one. They'll be up 1-0, and then we'll clear our board and take a quick break here on 98.3 The Wildlife, a presentation, a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on mylocalradio.com.
They say the 3 most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own Fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Rebels! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
We welcome you back as we get ready for our second set. Our second set is going to be brought to you by LSR Refrigerated. Darren, Tricia, and the entire Wallentine family wish the Rebels good luck. Recapping set number 1, the Rich Rebels with 9 kills, matching and trying to match Lyman with 11. Splitting aces 3-3. Tail of the tape, I'm going to tell you, looking at these stats, 7 unforced errors for Rich. That gives enough breathing room for Lyman to take the first one, 25-19. 6 ties and a 5-0 run by Lyman, enough to get them the first set, as the Rich Rebels are out there first, getting ready for this second set, brought to you by LSR Refrigerated. We're getting ready for the beginning serve, brought to you by Pam Cornea with Town and Country Realty in Garden City. Here comes a moment for us to touch up a little bit on Lyman. Lyman is second in the state of Wyoming, only behind their rival Mountain View in volleyball. Lyman has a 22-2 record. Brescia Hansen, the coach of Lyman, coaching these girls and doing a fantastic job, as Dickerson as well as Hansen on the year are combined for over 400 kills on the season. That's crazy. Well, the libero for Lyman will come in and sub out Lindsay Tucker. That's libero Raven Heaton, number 1. I like to believe that she's joining us for the blackout tonight, as she has a black shirt for Lyman. Upcoming next, our second set between these two teams. Kaylee Hatch to serve, and it will be taken by Bryce Hansen on the back line. High and outside for Dickerson. Dickerson puts that ball right into the arms of Darlene Peterson and Huffaker, but it will go out of bounds. She was able to meet them, but the ball just doesn't fall in the right place, as Dickerson will get her first kill. Here comes Rich. Rich has that touched over by Huffaker. Huffaker will get her second kill of the match. Kendall Dickerson with her first kill as well. Here comes Lamborn as we're tied 1-1. Lamborn taken, and Heaton takes it alive. Bradshaw to Dickerson, high and outside. This time it will be inbounds. Great work. That's an epic recreation block by both of those fantastic girls on the front line, as that's Darlene Peterson and Huffaker. Put the Rich Rebels up, and Lamborn makes it even with a service error. Here comes Sage Bradshaw, up and over, taken by Peart. Peart grazes the top of the ceiling as Hatch back sets for Huffaker. Huffaker will hit the back left corner. Huffaker, with all the points for Rich so far in this quarter, in this set, they're up 3-2. She'll get subbed out, though, as Smith will come in as per the usual rotation. Here comes Smith, up and over. Taking service, and then here comes Bryce Hansen. Bryce Hansen will do her work and put it right in front of Lamborn. Lamborn attempts to dig, but it will not be enough. Here comes Dickerson to Lamborn on the back line. Hatch in the middle, setting up to the left for Violet Taylor. It's going to be close near the tape, and no one's going to be underneath it. Violet Taylor with her first kill. Here in this second set, brought to you by LSR Refrigerated. 4-3, your reading. Here comes Ambria Lutz. Lutz sends it over. It will be taken by Bradshaw. Bradshaw to Charles E. Rose. Rose then to Hatch in the middle. Here comes Peart. tries to tap that over and kept alive. All the girls are near the front line, and an attempt to find the back right corner will go unsuccessful for Lyman, and Rich will go up 5-3. I'm surprised they didn't get an out of rotation call because all 6 girls were right at the tape for Lyman. Ambria Lutz, service inbounds in between the back line. Crawford Trough ace. Here she does again. Up and over and taken there by Hansen. Hansen will get a short set, actually high in the middle, over the front line. Tucker faked everybody out and put it up over the front line of Rich. Here comes Charles E. Rose. Rose also a great contributor to this Lyman team. She does well with serving. As we see here, it will go off of Lamborn and out of bounds into the crowd. Charles E. Rose with an ace. We get great cheers from our cheer squad. Here's Rose again, jumping serve, up and over, into the net. 7-5 after the service error by Rose. Here's Violet Taylor. Taylor sends it up and over. It will hit the back right corner for a Crawford Trough ace, and that's something that you love to see. 4 for Violet Taylor, and her first one of the second set, brought to you by LSR Refrigerated. 8-5. This time it'll get sent over again, dug up by Bradshaw. Sent over. Here's Hansen. And then an attempt to find the back left corner will send Violet Taylor diving and will send the ball out of bounds off of her forearms. Who was that sent that one over? I wasn't sure as it was lightning fast. Here's Hansen, though, to serve for Lyman. Smith kept that one and dug it up. Here's Peart, cross-court slap. An attempt and a slap from Bradshaw will go out the back line as points will go to Rich. Huffaker comes in and Smith will come out. Annie Peart up and over right at Bryce Hansen near the tape. Here comes Tucker, misjudges, and we'll get a call as someone went under the net, and they will go to Lyman. It should be 9-7, I believe. Here comes Tucker. It will go off of Taylor and almost into the hoop on the west side of the gym. 8-9 now. You're reading. Tucker with an ace off of Violet Taylor. Here's Tucker again. This time it'll go to Taylor on the back line again. Here's Hatch setting up Huffaker in the middle. What a great dig by Hansen on the back line. Here comes Sage Bradshaw. Bradshaw will get called for 4 touches collectively for Lyman, as Rich will go up 10-8 in the second set. Girl's going to come out. And here's Kaylee Hatch to serve. Sends it right at the libero on the left corner and slapped over by Dickerson. Hatch to Lamborn. Lamborn off of the forearms of Sage Bradshaw. Actually, Caroline Bradshaw and out. Lamborn, first points and a Bear Lake Realty kill for her as we are at 11-8. Hatch, laser beam, up and over. Double touch as it is a overly received back onto the right side, and then Lamborn tried to jump and put it back over, but it was unsuccessful into the net. Here's Caroline Bradshaw, 11-9. Hatch keeping it alive and then cleared over by Huffaker at the 10-foot line for Rich. Caroline Bradshaw to Dickerson in the middle. Bread and butter. And she'll find the back right corner, and we are now 10-11. Dickerson with another kill. Caroline Bradshaw tries to finesse that one, but it will be put into the net for a service error. Brittany Lamborn, who has been on fire tonight, will serve and will be sent over, taken by Bradshaw, and then Bradshaw. It'll be a block and a great work from Huffaker and Darlene Peterson. 13-10, your reading so far here is Lamborn, up and over, taken and off of the forearms out the back line by Rachel Ravenheaton for a Crawford Trough ace. Rotation as Tucker will come out. Paige Rose will come in. Lamborn, again, this time to Hansen. Dump set by Bradshaw. Hatch keeps it alive, and Huffaker will put it off of the forearms of Dickerson and out of bounds. Everyone is getting so stoked. It's amazing. Here comes a kill for Huffaker. Huffaker is on tonight. She's at 4 kills. Rose, Bradshaw to Dickerson, high and outside to the left, out of bounds. Out of bounds, and it will go to Rich for points. 16-10, your reading so far. Lamborn, quite a bit of a run now for Rich as Rose attempts to keep it alive. Here's Bradshaw, cleared over by Lyman. Here's Hatch in the middle, back set there for Darlene Peterson, and then it's just too far out of bounds. That will happen as Hatch, not normally the setter for Rich, just kind of puts it a little too far for Darlene Peterson. 16-11. Here's Sage Bradshaw. She sends that one over to Violet Taylor. Here's Hatch in the middle, back set there for Huffaker. Huffaker is on fire again, and she finesses the front line and the front row of Lyman and puts it down. Huffaker, have yourself a night. That's 5 kills for her in the second set. Smith will send it over, and it will go too close to the tape, and Annie Peart will dunk it. If this were basketball, she'd be hanging on the rim. Here's 18-11. Your Rich Rebels on quite the run right now. Here's Rose, and then setting up Bryce Hansen. High and outside to the left, and then cross court will hit it in bounds. That will stop the bleeding for Lyman and stop the run for Rich. Here comes Dickerson for Lyman. It will be taken by Smith on the back left corner. Hatch now in the middle for Peart. Peart puts it right at Bradshaw. It will be taken well. Here comes Hansen high and outside to the left. Blocked by Peart and Darlene Peterson. Could not keep it together as the ball quickly came back over. And it will fall onto the Rich court, the Rich's side of the court. 18-13. Here's Dickerson again. Lamborn puts it up and over too far, back onto the Lyman side, and they will capitalize and get points as it will be sent right back to Rich. Here comes a little run from Lyman. Dickerson, back again. Dug up by Violet Taylor, this time over the net again, but it'll be back onto the Rich side. Peart to Bradshaw, and then Bradshaw the second. Hansen will send it over. Lamborn keeps it alive, and then Hatch in the middle, and Annie Peart will slap it over the 10-foot line. Diving work from Bradshaw, and then an attempt at a dump set from Caroline Bradshaw will go too short into the net. 19-14. It is exciting here. It's exciting. Here comes Lutz with the service. High and up and received. Here comes Tucker and Hansen. Miscommunication, and the Rich Rebels are up 20-14, and they are stoked, as they should be. Here we go. Let's take a break as my mouth needs a break. I'll need a little bit of a drink here as we're on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on 98.3 The Wildlife, as well as on mylocalradio.com.
Time flies, especially when you're having fun. This is Jeremy Rex, manager at T-Bar S in Evanston. It's hard to believe that we've been here almost a year with our new management team and staff. Did you know that you can have your vehicle detailed, your windshield replaced, chip repair done, or get your trailer refinished or rewired at T-Bar S? Of course, we are a full-service collision repair shop too. Can even change your oil and your brakes. Visit T-Bar S today. Let T-Bar fix your car. 515 County Road, Evanston.
We welcome you back to the second set here, brought to you by LSR Refrigerated. Your Rich Rebels up 20-14 off of some fantastic work by Dixie Huffaker primarily. She's having herself a night. Here was service, and then Bryce Hansen high and outside to the left. It will be kept alive on the back line by Lamborn. Here comes in a set, and a two-hit call will be called on Violet Taylor. That will cut the deficit for Lyman down to 5. Charles Rose sends it over to Lamborn. Lamborn off of her forearms and touches the ceiling. Peart off over to Lyman and then slapped over by Hansen. Back and forth these teams will go. Here's an attack from Violet Taylor, taken up and kept alive by Rose. Here comes Hansen in the middle. Kept alive, no. Out of bounds as the Mackenzie Smith braced herself for impact and took that as best as she could off of her forearms and out of bounds. And there's a kill for Bryce Hansen. Short into the net by Charles Rose. 21-16. Here's Violet Taylor to serve for Rich. Rich up and over, taken there by Bradshaw. Rose back to the back line and then cleared over by the libero for Lyman. Hatch in the middle for Peart. Peart sends it right at Tucker and Hansen, and it will find its mark. Annie Peart. 22-16, up and over. Service by Taylor in the middle, short set by Hansen, and an awesome block by Peart and Lamborn. Let's go ahead and look at it again. Service there by Taylor. I'm getting so excited. And here comes the short set by Hansen. It will be put right back. What an amazing move. Here comes 23-16, kept alive off of the roof and down onto the Rich side. 17-23. Rich can taste points for the second set. Here comes Bryce Hansen. Hansen up and overtaken by Smith, kept alive by Hatch, and slapped over at the 10-foot line by Lamborn. Lamborn then to Rose and then to Bradshaw. High and outside to the left. They'll try this again. Here's Sage Bradshaw on the right side now, dug up by Ambria Lutz, and then a block from Tucker. We'll get points for Lyman, 23-18. Here comes Hansen. Hansen needs to be cleared over, not enough. Hansen puts a knuckleball in there, and then will go off of 3 Rich players and down. They're not enough to get it up and over, 19-23. Hansen again, this time to Smith. Here's Hatch, and then left side, Peart. Bear Lake Realty kill on the back right corner. Great work from her. It is electric in this I want to say arena because it sounds so loud. But in the gym, here's Annie Peart. Close. And an attempt at a back set by Bradshaw will go into the net, and your Rich Rebels will take the second set, 25-19. How exciting. 25-19 for Rich. And you can thank Annie Peart and Dixie Huffaker for that one because they went on quite the roll. We'll go ahead and take a step aside here as this has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on 98.3 The Wildlife, as well as on mylocalradio.com.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
They say the three most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
We are number one, according to the Rich student section. Etch it down in stone. We welcome you back now as we get ready for the third set. The third set is going to be exciting as we are now tied 1-1. I have not yet updated the scoreboard, but I will. Rich taking the second set 25-19. After an amazing run and work from Dixie Huffaker and Annie Peart and company, everyone involved. I'm telling you right now, if Rich can find a way to consistently get the level of play that they just got right now out of that second set, that's the kind of Rich that's going to terrorize people in the state tournament. This third set is brought to you by Rich County Government, Rebels with a Champion Cause. We're getting a couple instructions from our judge, and the teams will take the court now. The girls just look like they're having fun. And guess what? They're not the only ones, because I'm having a good time up here. Special thanks to our producer, Colton Bagley, in the studio. Rob Leifson, all-around good guy and statistician, cameraman, and a light to all of us, and to me specifically. We're welcoming you now here. We're getting ready for the third set. Here comes Charles E. Rose. RHS. The student section is rowdy. I love it. I love it. It's great. Here comes Charles E. Rose. Up and overtaken by Violet Taylor on the back line. Back set there, and for Huffaker in the middle. And she's on a roll. Sends it over and to the right. A little touch right over to the near judge and onto the Lyman side. That's the first points. Dixie Huffaker for a Bear Lake Realty kill. Sent over and service. Here comes Bryce Hansen in the middle. It'll be dug up there at the 10-foot line by Hatch. And Peart will slap it over, and we'll send it to Raven Heaton. Here's Charles E. Rose, back set there for Bradshaw, dumping it over the front line. And kept alive by Huffaker, and Darlene Peterson. Her attack will fall short. She gets a back set now, and off of the arms of Tucker and Hansen. Your Rich Rebels on a roll. Darlene Peterson with a Bear Lake Realty kill. And here comes attack from Lyman after receiving the serve. Peart sends it over, and it'll be cleared over by Huffaker. Here's Raven Heaton sending it into the middle. Here's Charles E. Rose, high and outside for Hansen. Took a bullet, Annie Peart right there, and kept alive. Here's Hatch setting up, and just a little too far. I have to say, even though that setup was a little too far outside and to the left, Hatch is doing a fantastic job for standing in for Taylor McKee. There's the first points for Lyman after the error right there. Hatch this time will set up Darlene Peterson high and outside to the left. Off the fingertips of Tucker. Here's Charles E. Rose. Up and over the net with a punch. And here comes clearance by Peart. Peart over there to Bradshaw. And then Rose back to Bradshaw, sent back by Darlene Peterson. Now on the Rich side, Darlene Peterson high and outside to the left for Lamborn. It'll be kept alive. Great battle at the tape. Here's Hatch now for Peterson. No, Huffaker in the middle. Huffaker, her attack dug up by Lyman. And then finally, after a great sequence of events, Sage Bradshaw will send it over and find pay dirt near the right side of Rich. 2-2 you're reading. Bryce Hansen to Lamborn, and Lamborn off of her forearms, and it will go into the corner of the gym out of bounds. Bryce Hansen with an ace here in the third set. They're going to take the lead 3-2. Hansen over the net and then kept alive and then cleared over by Peart. Great communication by Darlene. Out of bounds on the attack there from Bradshaw. Bradshaw seems a little bit flustered. as she puts it out the back line, and now we're tied 3-3. Here's Lamborn. Lamborn over the tape and taken on the back line by Hansen. Here's Rose. Rose there for Bradshaw, and that ball will be put right back onto the Lyman side by Darlene Peterson and Dixie Huffaker. Man, I'm getting pumped. Here we go, 4-3 your reading, and then service, and then kept alive by Lyman. Bradshaw across the court there, taken by Violet Taylor. Hatch in the middle for Huffaker. Huffaker inbounds on the back right corner. What has she eaten? What is she into? Someone, a fire extinguisher for that woman. She's on fire. Lamborn puts it into the net, and we are tied. No, 5-4. You're reading, and I believe Dixie Huffaker at this point has 9 kills. Maybe we're off a little bit. Someone says 7. We'll say 7 right here. Hatch, and then to Violet Taylor. Violet Taylor inside the antennae, and to the left and out. No, actually inside to the back left corner. 6-4. I'm having this ball is flying around. Violet Taylor with her first kill of the third set. Huffaker will come out, and then in comes Smith. Smith now to serve. Smith sends it right at Hansen on the back line. Here's Rose setting up Dickerson. Dickerson, her attack kept alive, and here comes an attack from Violet Taylor. That will be sent back by Dickerson for the block. Dickerson, incredibly tall and quite the presence on the volleyball court. She jumps up and sends that attack from Violet Taylor, the sophomore, back onto the Rich side for points for Lyman. Bradshaw now dug up by Taylor, and then Peterson attempts to snipe a spot on the Lyman side, but instead it will go into the net. We're tied 6-6. Service an error. Here's Bradshaw, and it will be inbounds, hitting the back left corner for an ace. What a great sequence of events back and forth these teams have gone into. It is just amazing to be here. Here's Bradshaw again to Taylor past the 10-foot line. In the middle now, here comes Peer for the attack. Bradshaw high up in the air, and then an attack by Hansen. Dug up there by Smith. Here comes an attack from Violet Taylor. That'll be kept alive. And a rally by Lyman. And specifically, Sage Bradshaw will hit the back left corner on an attack from the 10-foot line of Lyman. Now they're up 8-6. A little bit of a run now for Lyman. Here's Hatch setting up Peart on the left. Out the back line. Coach Lamborn getting up onto her feet and cheering these girls on. They have given up a little bit of a run. Here comes Bradshaw. To Violet Taylor at the 10-foot line. Hatch in the middle now for Peart. Peart off of the fingertips. Here comes Dickerson in the middle. Dickerson off of the front line and also inbounds. 10-6. Good time for a T7 in propane. T7 in Woodruff. T7 propane in Woodruff. That's a tongue twister. And it's a timeout. We'll take a breather here on the wildlife here, as this has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on mylocalradio.com.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
We welcome you back to the third set, brought to you by Rich County Government. Rebels with a champion cause. Your Rich Rebels down 6-10 after giving up a little bit of a run. Here comes service by Bradshaw. Bradshaw, and then off the forearms of Lamborn, off into the ceiling. Violet Taylor will send it over to the 10-foot line of Lyman. Miscommunication by Dickerson, and Rose will stop the run. And your Rich Rebels now only down 3. They're at 7 points, and Darlene Peterson will come out and give up a little bit of height, but Ambria Lutz will come in, and then that will go out the back line. Back to a 4-point lead. Here's Sage Bradshaw. Then Taylor takes it, and then Hatch in the middle for Peart. Peart puts it right, gets the block. A block from Lyman by Dickerson will send it right back at Peart, and now they are down 7-12. He'll go onto the floor. Here comes Sage Bradshaw. Lamborn on the back line, and then Hatch in the middle. Hatch now for Violet Taylor. And she'll get called for 2 hits. This third set starting to slip away from the Lady Rebels just a little bit. Let's see if we can get back into this game. Bradshaw sends it up and over. Violet Taylor on the back line, and then Hatch keeps it alive and then sent back over Dickerson. And then here comes Dickerson. We're going to get call into the net on the Lady Rebels. Lyman has now doubled the points in the third set, and this is an 8-1 run for Lyman. Back set now for Peart. And now finally a call into the net called on Lyman. And now 8-14. 8-14, here is Violet Taylor. She sends that one up and over. There's Bradshaw back setting there for Dickerson, and catches Smith off guard as she ran up to help, and then Dickerson replaces her spot with the ball falling to the court. 8-15. Here comes Rich. Here's Dickerson. Now 3 for her. This time out of bounds to the right. Your score now will be 9-16. Here's Annie Peart. Peart sends it up and over, laser beam right there to Rose. Rose handles it well, and here comes an attack from Hansen. Over, back to Lyman's side, but kept alive by Rich after the attack. Here's Lamborn. Into the net, kept alive. Here's Hansen this time. Off of Huffaker and then Lamborn, and then out of bounds. Lyman with a little bit of a run now. 10 points. 10 kills for Hansen. 10 kills for Hansen. Here's a service from Lyman, and then an attack from Rich into the net. This one slipping away from Rich a little bit, 9-18, and a timeout taken by Coach Lamborn. T7 Propane and Woodruff timeout. Let's go ahead, take a breather ourselves here on The Wildlife. This has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on 98.3, as well as on mylocalradio.com.
When do you schedule doctor appointments?
In bed before I fall asleep. In the car waiting to pick up my kids.
We can even do it after breakfast.
We all lead busy lives. Online appointment scheduling puts you in control. In just 90 seconds, you can make an appointment with a primary care provider or specialist at evanstonanytime.com. Select the day and time most convenient for you. Enter some basic information, and just like that, you're scheduled for care. Schedule appointments for next day and beyond at evanstonanytime.com.
A game that was initially 6-6 has now turned into 9-18 advantage for Lyman. And boy, when it rains, it pours, and now Rich has quite a bit of a hole to get back from. Here comes Charles E. Rose with service. Up and over by Rose, and then off of the forearms of Violet Taylor outside to the left for an ace. 19-9. Lyman has stormed back in the best way for them. Here's Rose again. Rose. Great work by Hatch, who kept it alive off of the over return, and then Huffaker came in and finished the business, and with a Bear Lake Realty kill, putting it over on the Lyman side. We are now 10-19. 10-19, and we'll see if we can get out of this hole. Hatch sends it up and over there to Rose. Rose to Bradshaw. Here's Peterson, who is in an attempt. I don't know what she was thinking, but you know what? Who am I to argue that it works? She slaps it over. Sideways, spinning, twirling something or other, hits the back right corner, and we're now 11-19. Hatch into the net. Rich desperately trying to crawl back from quite a run that Lyman put together. Is it too much for Rich to overcome? Here's Hansen to Lamborn on the back line, and then Hatch, and then Peterson outside to the left. Inbounds, hits the back line, literally inbounds, and a kill for Peterson. Darlene Peterson with another kill for her. Here's Lamborn up and over. Taken there by Bradshaw and then kept alive and sent over to Rich. Here's Hatch in the middle. Back set there for Peterson. Jump and set that one over. And a judge miscalculates, and then we're all good. I think he's going to get forgiveness from everybody because that was kind of a crazy sequence. No points given after a stoppage of play. Here's Lamborn again. Lamborn sends it to Heaton. Heaton and then punched over. And then a into the net call on Lyman. 13-20. Lamborn up and over off of the forearms of Heaton. Out the back line for a Crawford Trough ace. Couple more of those would be wonderful. Here's Lamborn with service up and over. Taken well by Hansen. Rose there for Tucker off of the front line of Rich. Here's Hatch setting up Violet Taylor. Going to the back line for Hansen. Here's cross set there. Sent out of bounds off of the block from Peterson and Huffaker. That's points for Lyman. 14-21. Lindsay Tucker to serve. Fielded there by Peart on the back line. Here's Hatch in the middle for Huffaker. Huffaker tries to touch it over, but it will be handled well by Lyman. Here they come again. Violet Taylor into a block and back over to the Rich side, and then cleared over. Hits the line for points. And Hatch looks just as surprised as everybody else. Again, how can I argue if it works? Hatch with a Bear Lake Realty kill as she snipes the back right corner off of like a set little thing. Here comes service from Mackenzie Smith out the back line. 22-16. Or is it 15? 22-15. Service from Lyman. Here's Hatch in the middle, setting up Peart. It will go off of the block of Dickerson and out of bounds. Now it's 16-22. Here we go as Ambria Lutz puts it at the libero for Lyman. Here's Dickerson Hine outside to the left. And that's great placement and even greater execution by Dickerson. She gets it in bounds. 23-16. Advantage Lyman. Here's Sage Bradshaw with service taken by Lamborn, a little bit too far as an over return. And it will be points for Lyman as they put it onto the Rich side. Set point for Lyman, 24-16. Here's Sage Bradshaw up and over, taken by Violet Taylor, and then Hatch keeps it alive, slapped over by Peart. Peart there to Bradshaw, and then Hansen somehow keeps that alive after diving almost out of bounds. Here's Peart, and she tried to get that to the left and read the defense, but it won't work. 25-16 for Lyman. They will take the third set, and we will now have advantage Lyman in 2-1 in the set department. Let's go ahead and take a second, catch a breather here on the Wildlife. This has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on mylocalradio.com.
Proudly serving the people of Randolph and Hiram, Utah since 1997. Dr. Sean Grohl with Comprehensive Family Dental offers dentistry for patients of all ages. Great care, positive environment, and fair prices. Call for an appointment today.
Sometimes you just start craving a really good, juicy burger. Add cheese, maybe some bacon, and all the fixins that make every bite even better than the bite before it. Add a side of hand-cut fries, onion rings, or crisp tater tots, and top it off with an amazing ice cream cone. Or maybe a raspberry shake. Just thinking about it makes me hungry. When your stomach is grumbling like an angry bear and your cravings call out, head right down to the Crawford Trough in Randolph. The place to eat and drink. Stop in today.
Success is no accident. It comes from constant hard work, perseverance, sacrifice, and learning from failure. Laketown Mayor Burdette Weston and council members Dallas Clark, Chris Hodges, Gary Ogilvie, and Delora White encourage the Rich High Rebels to continue to do whatever it takes to succeed in academics, activities, and athletics. The Town Council and citizens of Laketown celebrate the success of all the students and staff in the Rich School District.
In the state where life is elevated, live your life in a higher gear. Cash Honda Yamaha can help you enjoy our beautiful local terrain, whether it's in the valleys, mountains, snow, or water. So get out and enjoy all nature has to offer at a higher speed. Visit Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley to start living your life at your new speed. Visit us in Hyde Park, just north of Logan, Utah.
We welcome you back now into the fourth set between these two juggernaut teams. Rich storming back to take the second set and just looked on fire and unstoppable. And as I say that, Lyman comes back and goes on a 10-2 run in the third set, brought to you by Rich County Government, and takes that third one. Great work by Lyman. They looked like a well-oiled machine, and here comes the fourth set as we'll go ahead and restart our score. And a block there by Lamborn and Huffaker. That's exactly what we saw that helped Rich to get that second set, and that is Dixie Huffaker. There comes points for Rich. Service by Hatch, taken by Hansen, and then a outside, high and outside to the left, and then attempted punch by Tucker will go into the net. Here's 2 points to Rich. Hatch, service, out the back line. That was really close. Really, really close, but that will go with points to Lyman. If you're just joining us, it's been a wonderful game, and Lyman second ranked in 3A Wyoming, and then Rich trying to fight to get to the top of 1A in Utah. Darlene Peterson gets a setup high and outside and puts it inbounds to the left. Great work by Darlene, and great to see these Rich Rebels working in unison. Here's a service by Lamborn, kept alive by Lyman, which I thought was to go out of bounds. Here we go, and cleared over by Hatch, sent over to Hansen. Hansen then to Chelsea. Rose, and then to Bradshaw. Bradshaw will put that one into the net. 4-1, you're reading. Lamborn, over. Taken by Hansen. Rose, back set there for Tucker. Tucker off of the fingertips of Peterson, and then will go out of bounds into the stands. 4-2. A fight for first place in 3A Wyoming for Lyman as they'll take on Rich, no small task, and then face Mountain View. 2 hits called on Violet Taylor, and a 4-3 reading now. Here's Tucker. Service over, taken by Peart off of the high forearm, and then needs to be cleared over by Lamborn, which she does. Then to Hansen on the back line. Short set for Dickerson. Dickerson capitalizes and puts it right at Lamborn, and it will go onto the Rich side, and now we are tied here in the fourth set. Lyman needs to win this set to go home with the win. Rich needs this set to go into a 5th set. Diving dig there by Annie Peart, and then an attack from Huffaker will get sent back by Kendall Dickerson. She is a real presence on the volleyball court, and she is tough to get balls past. Here's Tucker. Miscommunication by Violet Taylor and Annie Peart. And what was once a 4-1 lead for Rich is now a 6-4 lead for Lyman. Tucker with an ace on that last one. Here's Peart taking it this time on the back line. Hatch now for Huffaker. Huffaker puts it over the jumping Kendall Dickerson. Here's Hatch again. This time backsetting for Darlene Peterson. Great work and a Bear Lake Realty kill as she will put it past the 10-foot line and right in front of Bryce Hansen. Huffaker out, Peterson. No, Huffaker out, Smith in. That's the rotation. Senior for Rich High School, Mackenzie Smith. Over the top of the tape, taken by Bryce Hansen on the back line. Here comes a set for Kendall Dickerson. And she is a monster. Laser beam, inbounds, and a kill for Dickerson. 7-5 for Lyman. Here's Bradshaw to Lamborn. Lamborn to Hatch, and back set for Peart. Peart almost puts it out of bounds, and it will be kept alive by Lyman. Great work by Lyman. Here's another setup for Violet Taylor. It will be blocked, sent back to Rich. Here's Peart in the middle. Hansen will take it, and here comes Charles E. Rose. Great sequence of events here, and here comes an attack from Peart. Peart to the libero, and it will be kept alive by Bradshaw. It will need to be slapped over by Hansen, and you know, physics tell us that you can't keep the ball in the air forever, and this time Hansen will make the first mistake and will go into the net. 6-7. Ambria Lutz to the libero of Lyman. Here's Dickerson. And we are getting a call as there was an initial block. I don't understand why you have a flag person there if you don't use him. And what was initially going to be inbounds is overruled by the judge, and now we are at 8-6. There's Bradshaw, and then Hatch in the middle to Peart. Peart will hit the back line off of a Bear Lake Realty kill. She'll earn the point back, 7-8. Here's Violet Taylor. Taken by the libero of Lyman. And a lift called on Caroline Bradshaw. And now we are tied 8-8. Violet Taylor up and over. Right to Bryce Hansen on the 10-foot line, and then a little side dump set. And then a clearance by Annie Peart. Here's Bradshaw setting up Dickerson into the net. Just a little bit too short, and she's not able to get that one up and over the tape. And now we are at 9-8, advantage Rich High School. Violet Taylor again sends it over right back to Hansen again. Here comes a setup for Hansen on the left side, and will be met by Annie Peart. Sends that right back. Great work. Here's Hatch setting up Lamborn high and outside to the left, and that will be sent back, but out of bounds for points to Rich. They are going to go up 10-8. Great fight exhibited by your Rich Rebels, and they are up 2 points, and quite a little bit of a run. Here's Violet Taylor right back to Hansen. Back set there for Dickerson. Dickerson dug up there by Smith at the 10-foot line, and then Hatch will go to Peart. Peart will send it over and be dug up. Charles E. Rose into the net. And Lyman, with a few service errors, has allowed Rich to come back into this game. Violet Taylor into the net. Yep, that's my jinx. Yeah, that happens. Into the net, and now we are at 11-9. Here's Dickerson sending it over for Taylor. Taylor now, and then it will be dug up by Hatch, sent over by Lamborn. Rose, no. A set up from Bradshaw to Hansen will find pay dirt on the left side and down. 10-11, how exciting this game is. Here's Kendall Dickerson. Jumping serve. Taken by Violet Taylor in the back left corner, kept alive by Hatch. Needs to be cleared over by Peart. Peart does clear it over. Dickerson setting up Rose into the net. And points will go to Rich, and they will fend off the Lyman Eagles up 2-10 in this fourth set. Annie Peart sends it on over. He'll be taken on the back left corner there, and then Bradshaw will set up to the left to Bryce Hansen. Great work by Huffaker and Hatch, and just amazing work by Huffaker and Hatch. After Hansen got it back, she slapped it over, and it will go out of bounds to the left, 13-10. Ball magically flies back into the gym from the outside doors. Here's Peart with service, taken by Rose. Rose to Bradshaw, set up to Hansen. Hansen keeps, and now Rich on offense. Slapped over by Huffaker, and then a dump set out of bounds by Caroline Bradshaw. Caroline trying to find the back right corner, but it was just about 6 inches too far to the right. Annie Peart with her Rich Rebels up 14-10 off of the top of the forearms there of Sage Bradshaw. She'll clear that one over. Grohl to Hatch, and then setting up Huffaker in the middle, and then off of the forearms of the libero and down near the 10-foot line to the right. 15-10, and your Rich Rebels are stoked about it. A 10-4 run by your Rich Rebels here in the fourth set has kept them alive, and now they are up 5. Let's take a breather and dip into the Bear Lake Realty fan cam. Your new home in Bear Lake could be yours. Just call 435-946-8888. Look at all these fans coming out. It is an electric atmosphere here as your Rich Rebels fighting toe-to-toe with the Lyman Eagles, ranked second. They are number 2 in 3A in Wyoming, only behind Mountain View. We get coverage of our student section here. I see quite a few fans. Ellie Johnson, Nate Woods, and quite a few others out here to support your Lady Rebels. We're in the fourth set again. The fourth set, we're about midway through the fourth set. Your Lady Rebels up. And we'll dip into live coverage again. Rich trying to stay alive, and service from Peart now, and Sage Bradshaw to Hansen. Here's Hatch in the middle, setting up Lambornheim outside to the left off of the fingertips of Tucker and Rose. Kept alive well, and then Hansen sends that one up and over, and then too short of a return and a reception by Grohl, and Hatch collectively will send that one into the net. Lead is now down to 4. Charles E. Rose up and over. It'll be out the back line. It was very close. Very close, and that's why we have a second set of eyes on the back line there, and here is a 16-11 lead. Here's Hatch. Out of the back line on service. 16-12, trading some service errors. Here's Bryce Hansen. Town of Woodruff dig by Violet Taylor, and here comes Bradshaw high and outside to the left, dug up, and there's Hatch sending it back over to the Lyman side. Bradshaw setting up Bradshaw on the left side, and she'll find the corner there at the 10-foot line, inbounds. That's Sage Bradshaw. Bryce Hansen up and over, taken by Annie Peart on the back line. 10-foot line, Hatch to Huffaker. Huffaker off of the front row of Lyman. Off of the top, and a reception and an attempted clearance by Annie Peart. 4 touches will be called on the Rich Rebels. 14-16 as Lyman is trying to make a run at this as well. Bryce Hansen. Service taken by Lamborn in the back right corner. Hatch in the middle, setting up Darlene Peterson high and outside to the left. It will go out of bounds as Darlene Peterson is kind of giggling. That was a close one. Her attack will go off of the forearms of Hansen, and then that it will go and return back onto the Rich side out of bounds, just barely. And we are up 17-14, your Rich Rebels. Lamborn to Heaton. Setting up for Bradshaw on the left and dug up there. And an attack there by Bradshaw, Sage Bradshaw, out the back and to the left. And your Rich Rebels up 18-14. Lamborn right over the top of the tape, could not be closer, and it will be a Crawford Trough ace as the reception will go out of bounds past the antenna on the Rich side. Lamborn's averaging at least one ace per set, and here comes an attack. And we're getting quite a few, an attack there from Lyman will find its mark, and it will go near the 10-foot line and down. Great work there by Lyman. (19-15) you're reading. Here's Tucker waiting to serve for Lyman. Lyman sends it on over to Lamborn. Lamborn then to Hatch, back set for Peterson. It will hit the back left corner and in. 20-15 as Peterson is racking up some kills in this fourth set. Huffaker will come out, and then in comes Smith. Smith up and over, and it will be taken there by Rose. Here's Bradshaw. Kept alive by Rich and needs to be attacked from Violet Taylor. Attempted to be cleared. A great work by Lyman to clear that one over. It was going to be 4 touches, and here comes an attack from Peart. Peart sent back over. Great work by both of these teams. Here comes a set for Dickerson. Out the back line and out of bounds. 21-15. You're reading as Dickerson's attack just a little bit too far out the back line. Smith to Heaton. Here's Charles E. Rose to Dickerson, high and outside to the left. And points will go to Rich as that ball will go and hit the antenna right in front of the judge. 22-15. Smith back again. Over and out of bounds, out the back line and to the left. That will stop the run as we are now 22-16 advantage, Rich High School. Sage Bradshaw. Out of rotation will be called on the Rich Rebels. Out of rotation, and then points given to Lyman, 22-17. Bradshaw sends it on over to Violet Taylor, and then close for Hatch. Hatch has to send that one up and over. Battle at the net, Darlene Peterson. The ball will fall to her left near the 10-foot line. That is Charles E. Rose. 18-22. Lyman attempting to come back here, and Lamborn will send it right back over to the Lyman side. Here comes an attack from Rose. Rose to Peterson. Peterson, and then Hatch. Needs to be cleared over by Violet Taylor, and it's going to be really close to the net. I'm surprised Dickerson doesn't slam it, and this time she will put it right at Smith for the attack. And a timeout will be called as that attack and that spike by Dickerson will flatten Mackenzie Smith. We'll go ahead and keep it here as this game has been fantastic so far. Rich only 3 points away from putting away the fourth set and forcing a fifth one. Lyman on quite a bit of a run now as they're getting into this. They were down, and they're on a 5-0 run. What was initially a done deal is now put into question whether Rich can put away Lyman after being ahead by so many points. We'd like to thank our boosters, Atlas Home Care and Hospice, as well as Walmart, and as well as Family Dental, Comprehensive Family Dental. The ball will go over to Lyman and they will serve. This game is incredibly heated. We're going to see Caroline Bradshaw for Lyman, jumping serve up and over, taken by Lamborn on the back line. Here's Hatch in the middle, setting up Peart. Peart off of the forehead of Charles E. Rose. Let's try Darlene Peterson this time. Peterson to Heaton, and then a dump set. And up and over, back and forth. And points will go over to Lyman as Caroline Bradshaw will replace Mackenzie Smith, who came up to help on the front line. And now we are at 20-22. Bradshaw up and over, taken by Lamborn, and then Hatch in the middle. This is a setup for Peart. Peart, we kept alive, diving dig there by Bradshaw. Dickerson puts it right on Annie Peart, and they will get points, and they have officially come back. I believe an 8-0 run. I believe. Here's Bradshaw up and over to Taylor. Taylor to Hatch. Back set for Peterson. Peterson into the net, and then up and up. Kept alive. Here's the Rich attack by Peart. Peart will send it over to Heaton. Bradshaw. Then to Bradshaw. Dug up there by Violet Taylor, and here comes Darlene Peterson. Great defense by Lyman. Charles E. Rose will set up Bradshaw. He'll be sent back and kept alive. Dickerson could have been out of bounds, but instead Lamborn keeps it alive and will be cleared over by Rich. Here's Bradshaw to Dickerson. He'll be sent back. What a great sequence of events. Here's Hatch setting up Peart in the middle. Peterson into the net. And now we are tied 22-22. An improbable comeback for Lyman as they are now on a 9-0 run, and we are now tied 22-22. What was thought to be a for sure set for Rich is now in question. Bradshaw setting up Dickerson in the middle. And Rich will be called for under the net. Timeout called by Coach Wendy Lamborn, and we'll take a break. Here, this has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on the Wildlife as well as on mylocalradio.com.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own Fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Rebels! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
Welcome back to the fourth set. And it is a doozy. And fans getting into it, players getting into it. Your Rich Rebels down 1 after giving up in a 9-0 run here in the fourth set. Here comes service from Bradshaw, taken by Violet Taylor at the 10-foot line. Hatch setting up Taylor in the middle, and finally Rich will stop the run, and we are tied 23-23. Violet Taylor rises above and then attacks, and will go off of the forearms. Actually, rather the fingertips and out the back line of Bradshaw. Ambria Lutz sending it on over. Here's Rose, and then Dickerson high and outside to the left. Dickerson will find her mark, and it will go right in front of Mackenzie Smith, and it is set point. 6 kills in this set for Bradshaw. And now back to serve. This is set point for Lyman. Here's Bradshaw sending it on over. It is received by Taylor. Taylor. And what was thought to be a tipped ball is going to go out the back line. and out of bounds, and Lyman will take this one on an improbable comeback in the fourth set. And that will be the end, 25-23. Lyman will take this one 3-1. Once we come back, you'll join us for the post-game show, as this post-game show will be brought to you by Mound Valley Cattle Company. We'll go through the precision play of the game. We'll go through all sorts of diagnostics as Lyman will take this one. And we'll go ahead and take a break, as this has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on 98.3 The Wildlife, as well as on mylocalradio.com.
They say the three most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
Success doesn't come by accident. Success requires hard work, perseverance, learning, sacrifice, and believing in yourself. Eddie and Todd Jensen established the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho on these very principles. The students, staff, athletes, and coaches at Rich High School value these same fundamentals in education and activities, in athletics, and in life. Good luck, Rebels, from Mound Valley Cattle Company, serving customers in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming since 1997.
America keeps moving, and Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to help you keep rolling. Whether you need a brand new vehicle or service on one you already own, Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to lend a helping hand. Our certified mechanics are knowledgeable, and our sales team takes the time to get to know you and what your needs are. Stop in today, Auto Farm Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. Evanston's community-driven dealer.
Welcome back now to the Mound Valley Cattle Company post-game show. As always, Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho, wishing the Rebels much success. Let's first cover some of the highlights of today's game, brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, the most caring hospital on earth. Let's go ahead and touch up. And this game, incredibly close. You're going to get very, very great work from both sides, as what was initially going to be a fifth set, just kind of the door was slammed on Rich by Lyman after a 10-3 run at the very end. The score was 20-15. Lyman in the fourth set going on a 10-3 run and kind of shutting the door on Rich right there. Rich, 9 kills in the first set, 8 kills, 9 kills in the third set, 8 kills, very consistent. They are going to end with 34. At the very end of the day, they're gonna get 8 aces compared to 10 from Lyman, and 26 unforced errors from each side. That will do it. As Lyman will take this one 3-1. Great game by both of these teams. Our post-game highlights have been brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho, the most caring hospital on earth. Coming next on the Mound Valley Cattle Company post-game show, we're going to bring you the Dr. McKay Frankham precision play of the game. Final score 3-1 for Lyman, as this has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on the Wildlife, as well as on mylocalradio.com.
For years, people from all over have counted on the competent staff and first-class facilities at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Consistently named one of the top rural hospitals in the country, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital provides a wide range of treatments, no matter what you need. Whether it be a simple visit to their expanded ER, a visit to their in-house MRI machine, or if you need more advanced treatments like chemotherapy or dialysis. The staff at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital cares about your health and will do everything they can to help you. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho, the most caring hospital on earth.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Rebels! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
Welcome back to the Mountain Valley Company, the Mountain Valley Cattle Company postgame show. Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. Time to take a look at our precision play of the game today, brought to you by Dr. McKay Frankham, providing precision family dentistry at affordable prices. Call for an appointment today at 307-789-8910. If I'm not mistaken, our precision play of the game is going to go ahead and go to Dixie Huffaker for an absolute monster block. No, this is Annie Peart putting it right back onto the Lyman side for Rich after a short set for Kendall Dickerson. Will go right back, and it just caused so much momentum for Rich to kind of take things over and to get going on this. That's going to be our precision play of the game, brought to you by Dr. McKay Frankham, providing precision family dentistry at affordable prices. Up next, after this, we're going to go and do the player of the game on the Mound Valley Cattle Company post-game show, as well as our Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. We'll go ahead and step aside one more time, and once we come back, we'll touch up on those things and end our broadcast as Rich is down 3-1 against Lyman in a absolutely fantastic volleyball matchup. This has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on 98.3 as well as on mylocalradio.com.
Success doesn't come by accident. Success requires hard work, perseverance, learning, sacrifice, and believing in yourself. Eddie and Todd Jensen established the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho on these very principles. The students, staff, athletes, and coaches at Rich High School value these same fundamentals in education and activities, in athletics, and in life. Good luck, Rebels, from Mound Valley Cattle Company, serving customers in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming since 1997.
Welcome back to the Mound Valley Cattle Company post-game show. Our player of the game will go to Dixie Huffaker. Dixie with a stellar performance and just holding down the front row of the Rich Rebels and meeting the attack from Lyman time and time again. She had multiple blocks, and on the end of the night, she's going to go away with 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 kills, including blocks. Super fantastic work from Huffaker. We'd love to see that more from her. It was great to be able to host Lyman tonight. Now we'll dip into our Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. Our Freaky Fast recap brought to you by Jimmy John's in Evanston and Rock Springs, where fresh and fast meat every day, delivering gourmet sandwiches every time. Jimmy John's, 113 Front Street. Let's go ahead as the first set will be taken by Lyman. A 5-0 run by Lyman finally puts them up and over. They're going to get 11 kills. 6 ties in that first set. That second set, 8 kills by Rich, 9 kills by Lyman. But this time, score was 11-10, and then Dixie Huffaker in for the Rich Rebels is going to put Rich up 25-19. They'll take the second set. We're now tied 1-1. Lyman comes back with vengeance, puts in some serious work, and really gets some time in there and puts it away. 3 aces for Lyman, 7 kills, and unforced errors really caused the Rich Rebels to fall behind. In the fourth set, what was going to be a surefire thing for Rich as they were up 20-15. Finally, Lyman comes back and puts together an amazing run, 10-3, and Lyman will finally take this one 3-1 in the set department. And that will be the end of the game. That's been your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. And this also brings an end to our Mound Valley Cattle Company postgame show today. We would like to thank Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho, for their support of Rich High School students in all of their endeavors. That's Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho. Special thanks to our boosters, as well as the fans, the students that came out to support your Rich Rebels. Special thanks to Lyman for coming out, making such a great game. It's been super fun. This is your voice of the Rich High Rebels, Cody Olson, saying good luck, Rebels, and we will see you Saturday as they will take on Manila. MyLocalRadio.com will not be covering the Mount Vernon game, as we will not see a terrible amount of varsity players in that game. This is voice of the Rich High Rebels, Cody Olson, signing off by saying, "Go Rebels."
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of MyLocalRadio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Old West Media Incorporated. Thank you for joining us on this Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on My Local Radio.